One of the hardest things about trying to conceive, and that makes it feel like it's taking over your whole entire life, is the way that we become obsessed with doing all of the things. The tracking apps, and I don't know about you, but I would check that app multiple times a day, multiple times an hour, and know the day of my cycle hadn't changed, so I just needed to stop looking at it. The ovulation sticks, taking the right supplements, changing what you're eating, reading all of the forums for what's worked for other people, acupuncture, reflexology, nutrition, all of the things. Now, this is our way of trying to regain control. What can you control while going through this thing that feels so out of your control? So let me first reassure you that it's really normal to want to control as much as you can to get the outcome that you want. And I was the worst with this. I wouldn't even be finished the previous thing and I'd already be on to the next thing. And what I understand now is that so much of this is coming from a place of fear. Fear of doing the wrong thing. So we end up doing all of the things to make sure we're doing the right thing. Now this is a problem because it makes us feel frantic, like we can never be doing enough. This need to be perfect, and I hope we know that being perfect is unattainable. And of course you don't need to be perfect to get pregnant. If you take nothing else from this session, please just remember that you don't need to be perfect to get pregnant. Because there's so much pressure and stress that comes from being in this place of having to do all of the things. You have all of this frantic energy building, creating more and more stress and anxiety when yet another thing doesn't work. And when this list of things that hasn't worked gets bigger and bigger, so the stress, the fear and anxiety and hopelessness grows. I hope this is making sense so far. Because it's also worth remembering that we don't make our best decisions from a place of fear, stress, and overwhelming anxiety. And I know going through infertility and loss, we lose so much trust in ourselves, trust in our bodies, and we find it nearly impossible to work out if we actually think this thing is going to help us or if we're just doing it because we need to do everything. So how can we start making good, calm decisions, trusting that you know what is right for you? So I'm going to share with you a really simple exercise, and for this you're going to need a pen and paper, so if you don't have those things, maybe pause this video and go and grab it. And what I want you to do with this paper is to write a list of all of the things that you have tried or that you're currently doing to either improve your fertility or get pregnant. All of the supplements you're taking, checking your temperature, changing your diet, all the alternative therapies, maybe even include what you're thinking of trying next. And so write each of these out in your list. And I know for many of you this may be a long list, so again, if you need to pause this video to write out each one, then do that now. So next, I want you to take a few slow, deep breaths. You might also like to close your eyes if that's safe for you to do and if it feels comfortable. And in a moment, I want you to go down this list really quickly and notice the first feeling that comes up for each one. What is your very first feeling? Does it bring you hope and joy just to think about it? Or does it fill you with dread and hopelessness, thinking, oh, do I really have to do that again? And I want you to go down this list and put either a tick or a cross or a Y for yes or an N for no, answering this question: is this right for me? Really tune into what that feeling is for each one. Forgetting about what you've heard before, what other people say about it, what you've read about it. maybe that you've heard it worked for somebody else. Just forget about all of that stuff. Okay, so if you haven't already, open your eyes and quickly go down that list, putting your tick, cross, Y, N by each thing. And this won't take long, just a second for each, so really tune in to what you feel about each one. What do you feel is the right thing for you? And when you're done, just notice what you notice about this list. Does it give you any insight into what you could possibly let go of what's maybe not serving you, of what's actually causing you more stress than the actual benefit you might be getting from doing it? Maybe it's showing you the things that deep inside you know aren't helping you, the things you feel like you should be doing rather than the things you actually feel is right for you. Because being able to let go of a few of these things will really help to create a healthier, less frantic mindset, allowing you to feel confident and good that you are doing the things that are right for you, and to be able to really focus on that. So you can focus on doing the things that feel right for you, rather than doing everything which is causing you the stress and the anxiety. Now, I know that I've made this sound very simple, and it's not always. It isn't easy to let go of that feeling of needing to do all of the things and to control what you can. I would just love for you to recognize if there's anything you could start doing or choose to stop doing, anything you could do differently to really improve the way that you're feeling right now. Okay, well done. And anything that came up for you here, any questions that you have, just head over to my Instagram. I'm at nicola.headley, and I will answer any questions you have. And I look forward to seeing you next time.